All right, guys. So we have to break down Palantir as we're heading into a brand new week. We have to go over what happened last week with the stock, which you guys know a lot went down with Alex Karp, the CEO of the company, selling a bunch of stock. We're going to break that down in this video, and overall we'll go over the charts, what I'm doing, and where I see this thing going in the short term. So guys, run the likes up, make sure to subscribe, and join the free mailing list if you want me to send you my top 3 stocks every single Monday. That's linked down below, pinned in the comment section as well. Put your first name and your email. It's completely free, no spam, no BS, just straight up stocks and charts. And guys, with that being said, cheers. Let's talk about what in the world is going on. So on Friday, Palantir had a 1% green day, up 37 cents on the day, and we actually saw a crazy recovery throughout the day. You guys might have seen my video on Friday going over Palantir, how there could be more downside according to the charts, and no, it looks like we reversed that loss. We bounced right off the lows from the week, being about $35.80, $36, and we ripped all the way to over $37 at close. And it's pretty obvious that on the 5-day chart here throughout the last couple of days, pretty much all last week, we were trading sideways between 37 to about 37.50 as resistance and 35.80 to about $36 as support. So we were in this window for what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 trading days, every trading week, or a trading day, of last week. And this is the critical spot of resistance heading into tomorrow and this whole week, right? This week coming up, $37 to about $37.50. If Palantir could get out of that point, and mind you, we saw a ridiculous amount of volume on Friday, unbelievable amount of volume near close there. If we're able to continue to see this momentum into Monday, Tuesday, we break out of the mid-37s, this could be setting us up for a pop. Even though, in my opinion, we're still pretty overbought in the short term, it doesn't really matter. The stocks could still defy gravity, guys, or the charts, rather, could still defy gravity here. As you guys can see, we've been up a ton over the last couple of weeks. We're up 25% off the lows from it looks like the beginning of this month, just over 2 weeks ago. So you could argue that we chopped around last week around 35 to 37. We're forming our new base now right above the 180 SMA on the 1-hour chart before the breakout. Again, you could argue that at this point, right? So that's why my eyes are peeled on 37.50, the high from last week, heading into this week, because again, we break out of there, this thing could go even higher, even though I think, again, on the 4-hour especially, we're a little bit too hot, and I'm a bull here. I'm not a bear for any, in any stretch of the imagination, right? I'm a bull. I'm long Palantir, but I feel like it needs to cool off just for the health of the stock chart here. But whatever, we'll see how it plays out. I'm long either way. I'm not planning on selling or doing anything crazy like that, but we did actually get some selling from Alex Karp. Let's break this down and talk about what happened last week. This is big news when it comes to Palantir stock, guys. So let me bump my big old head down here to the right. I'll make it a bit smaller so you guys can see what's important, not my big old head, but the article here. And you guys can see here on Open Insider, if I zoom in a little bit, the actual sale looks like here. Alex Karp sold 9 million shares, 58% of his position, roughly a $325 million sale. And we also got some sales from other people. Looks like a director, recently a couple directors, nothing crazy, but I want to focus on, again, Alex Karp, what is going on here. So you guys can see the article title, Palantir CEO Alexander Karp sells over $300 million in stock. Let's come down a little bit more. Ignore all these ads, guys. Sorry about that. Can't do anything about that. But in a series of transactions, Alex Karp has sold a substantial amount of company stock, totaling over $300 million, yada, yada, yada. We just said that. According to latest filings, let's see if I can make this even bigger. There we go. Come on. So on September 16th, Karp sold 4.5 million shares at an average price of $36.06, which amounted to approximately $162 million. And the following day, he continued to divest his holdings, selling 4 million, a little over 4 million shares at prices ranging from $36.26 to $37 for a total of roughly $154 million. And additionally, on the same day, he sold another 205,000 shares at $37.04 each. So he's selling out a bunch. It's not like 5, 10, 15, 20% of his position. We're talking almost 60% of his position. And we'll come down here a little bit more and see what is going on here. So these sales come after Alex Karp exercised options to acquire Class A common stock, which were immediately sold in the open market. These transactions were conducted under a Rule 10.5B-1 trading plan, which is a mechanism that allows company insiders to set up a predetermined schedule for buying or selling stocks at a time when they're not in possession of non-public information. So that's what we're noticing, guys. He's exercising options, selling them at open under this Rule 10.5 or 10B, 5-1, which we've talked about before on this channel when it comes to NVIDIA especially. Do you guys remember all those sales from NVIDIA CEO ranging from, I forget, May all throughout June, July, August? Is he still selling stock? I don't know. I haven't looked at what's been going on with the CEO of NVIDIA, but all of those were also under Rule 10B-5-1. So these are all predetermined sales, guys, predetermined sales. It's not like Alex Karp got some info, some insider info that freaked him out, and then he sold everything, or 60%, like, oh, I'm done, I'm out. It's not like anything like that. These are all predetermined sales with non-public information, possession, or not in possession of, or he's not in possession of non-public information, right? It's not like he's doing this based on, something crazy that's going to blindside us in a couple of months, right? So obviously it's a lot of stock that he's selling, but I don't think investors are panicking, right? Because if they were, the stock would have sold off a lot more. And in fact, it closed on the week pretty much at the week high before we got the news that he's selling. So I don't think Palantir investors are really worried about this at all. I'm not, as a Palantir investor. I'm really not. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys. But it looks like these, let's come down a little bit more. Investors closely monitor insider sales as they can provide insights into an executive's perspective on the company's current valuation and future prospects. Karp's recent sales are part of a series of planned transactions that were established in December of the previous year. There we go. More insight there. December of the previous year. And prior to these sales, Karp exercised options and converted Class B common stock to Class A common stock, which increased his holdings in the company. However, the subsequent sales have decreased his direct ownership, which we'll see whether he buys more when it pulls back, whether he sells more in the future. We'll see how that plays out, guys. But yeah, that's the big news, and we're noticing that a lot with CEOs, that trading plan. It just is what it is. It's all legal stuff here, guys. They can't just sell a bunch of stuff without them being scrutinized for insider trading or selling on information that is not public, or that is, you know what I mean, right? So we've seen that with NVIDIA. We're seeing it now with Palantir to a similar extent. And the stock is still looking pretty good in the short term. But like I said, it comes down to what happens at 37.50. We break out of there. We could extend these gains. But ultimately, in my opinion, call me crazy, hate on me all you want, but I think Palantir needs to pull down a little bit. or at least trade sideways for a couple of weeks or maybe a week or two, because I don't know, it's just up so much. I don't want to say it's not sustainable, but just looking at the stock chart over the last couple of months, we've seen major pull downs, corrections that have been bought up, and I think something similar like that is going to happen at some point over the next couple of weeks. So guys, what do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Run the likes up, make sure to subscribe, and do not forget to get up to 15 stocks from Moomoo with at least a $100 deposit. That's linked down below, pinned in the comment section as well, or go to stocksurfs.com/Moomoo to get your stocks, and your uninvested cash for now will earn up to 8.1% APY. Guys, the clock's ticking. Get your money, and of course, it helps out the channel. I appreciate you all as always, and with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you in the next video.